All right, Spider-Man fucking 2. Okay.
6 years later.
Been waiting a long time to fucking talk about this game with you, sir.
Good God.
It,
I have
it
to
didn't help that
lock
I
you in a
went in.
room.
No, fuck you. I blasted through that game over the fucking last week or so.
Huh?
100% shut out. If I was awake, I was playing Spider-Man 2, essentially.
Oh,
So I'm gonna go ahead and just say this right now. I don't know how to talk about this game and review it without spoilers. So if you have not played Spider-Man 2 and you don't care about spoilers, if you have not played Spider-Man 2 and you care about spoilers, then you should stop right here, okay? Just fucking end the episode and come back later once you fucking finish the game.
sorry, if they haven't played Spider-Man, that's your problem.
So, Spider-Man 2.
Mhm.
Absolutely fucking loved it. It is, I think, in terms of a story, overall story, I think it's probably better than the first game. And I think even just the overall gameplay of Spider-Man 2 is just a better overall game. Would you agree?
I agree. 100%.
The story was so good. And people complained about the length of the game, like the length of the story. I think it actually works in its benefit. I think
Agreed.
once you start having a 30-hour story of Spider-Man, it's like, okay, like if I have to play as Mary Jane one more fucking time, I'm gonna throw this goddamn console. Okay.
You said gave her.
Look, they did when I played as Mary Jane for the first time, I was like, these motherfuckers, man, if I gotta fucking play as Mary Jane for fucking any length of time in this game, and they gave you a gun, and it's like, oh, okay, actually, I'll
I'll shoot people in the face.
yeah,
Shut
the thing is, you get hit like twice and you're dead and you have to restart over. And you're like, God damn it, man, you're fucking weak.
She is only human, sir.
That's not the point. Okay.
A little bit.
So yeah, I think it's a better overall story than the first game. The first game felt a little long, to be honest with you. Mainly because they were like setting other things up.
Yeah,
with that.
yeah, I can see that.
So out of all the characters in Spider-Man 2, you play as multiple characters. You play as Spider-Man, you play as, let me rephrase that, Peter Parker Spider-Man, you play as Miles Morales Spider-Man, and you can, for the most part, freely swap. A lot of the reports when we first started talking about the game, they said, you can change on the fly. Not always the fucking case, okay? Not always the case.
Nope.
You can play as Mary Jane. You also play as Venom in this game for all of like 10 seconds, which was fucking fantastic.
It was fantastic.
So let me ask you this. This is a twofold question. Who is your favorite character, just overall, like from the story aspect of it? And then who is your favorite to play as?
My favorite to play as was Miles. I can tell you that right now. I probably played Miles most of the game. Not only because of the story, but also because his suits were just amazing, except for his last one. Fuck that one.
Yeah.
His fucking White Ranger suit, that was on all day, the whole time. As soon as
I couldn't remember which one it was. I haven't played with it yet.
It's the Mysterio one.
Oh, I'll have to
Like,
go look.
Mysterio one. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at that one.
But yes, my most entertaining one was probably Peter Parker because his little quips just funny as shit. Especially when that one spot I told you when he makes that pun and he gets smoked in the face.
Which one was that?
When he was fighting inside of him and Harry's lab, I forgot what he said to him. He made a funny thing and a dude punched him in the face.
I don't think I remember that.
I don't remember what he said. It was funny as shit.
I will say this: the quips in the first game were better.
Yeah, but these were well. They were better, but they were well delivered. This one, I believe. There were abundance in the first one. These ones were more strategically placed.
Yes. Okay. I'll agree with that. It was more of like a let's throw everything at the wall and hope it sticks kind of thing in the first game, and a lot of them hit, but a lot of them didn't. This game is more quality over quantity. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But I will agree with you. I think Miles was definitely the best one to play with over the course of the entire game. And honestly, look, guys, I grew up with fucking Peter Parker Spider-Man, okay? That's who I fucking played with for a majority of the game until I started playing as Miles. And I was like, why the fuck I haven't been playing with you the entire fucking time? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I really enjoyed a lot of his abilities, and really the combat was really, really great and engaging throughout. To go through all your abilities, whether it's his electric abilities, or even using like Spider-Man or Peter Parker's his little spider claws abilities and shit like that.
Invisibility as well.
Invisibility, and then we have the Venom abilities,
Yep.
and then the anti-Venom abilities. So
Cool.
lots of abilities that you got that were pretty fucking cool. And I think while I loved playing as Miles, the fact that you could go back and forth and it really kept the game fresh over those 30. I think it was 31 hours is what I ended up 100%ing the game. So being able to freely swap kept that game fresh. And that combat was a lot of fucking fun. A lot of fun. As far as
29.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what y'all were looking at. I did a lot of the Mysterio stuff. I mean, obviously I did all of them, but there was a couple of them that I played. I played more just because I was trying to beat my fucking score and I couldn't fucking do it.
Right. It's understandable.
And yeah, so 100% it. Got my platinum. Super fucking excited about that. So we have mentioned on this podcast before. I said this game has the best side quest of all time.
Right.
The best side quest. And I don't know if we did spoilers on it or not.
No, we didn't.
Okay. Well, there's spoilers now, guys. The side quests, there's only legitimately like a few side quests in this game.
Right.
Not much, which I'm perfectly okay with. I think they give you enough in this game to get your money's worth. But the side quest involves you trying to locate this person's grandfather, and you have to go through the parks and shit like that to find him. He's missing, and when you finally find him, he's sitting on a bench, and he's thinking about his wife who passed away, and he's remembering her. And Peter's sitting next to him, and he's contemplating. And you kind of get, it's a good little tease for where this game goes. At the very end, it teases you in the fact that they're having this discussion about maybe you need to stop and smell the roses and enjoy life kind of thing. And it was such a great side quest in the fact that it ties to the character of Spider-Man and kind of builds his character up while also hitting you in the feels as well. Like straight up hit you in the feels. And then there was the other side quest in it, which was he a homeless guy? I think he was a homeless guy. He was sitting on the steps over by the harbor, and you just got this impression that he was living out his final moments, right. And when Spider-Man comes back to him, he's passed away, and it was like those side quests. They definitely did the quality over quantity with this game. And I thought they absolutely fucking nailed the side quests in this game. Like I said, they tied back to the characters, kind of developed them a little more, gave them some extra depth, and hit you in the feels at the same time. Fucking win, dude. Absolute fucking win.
And each character had a different dialogue, which was even better. Like if you went with Peter Parker for that one, you got a certain dialogue. If you went with Miles, you had a certain dialogue. It was just so perfect. The way they did it, instead of just having the same dialogue. They could have gone the easy way out, but they didn't. And that makes it just says so many things about how in depth they went into this game. So, I mean,
yep. So, best side quest of all time, guys, with the one where he's trying to locate the grandpa. Best side. Yep. I would die on that hill. I would die on the hill. It says something that. And this is the reason why I say it's the greatest side quest of all time. If you just off the top of your head, there are not many side quests that you just remember from games. Okay, you just don't. Most of the time, you remember the main quest. This one will stick with me probably forever. I will bring this up off the top of my head. Hey, best side quest of all time. That's that game fucking Spider-Man 2. You remember that one in there? Yeah, that was the best side quest of all time. I will die on this fucking hill, guys. So let's not recap the story, but let's talk about the story a little bit. What we expect from a Spider-Man 3, because there's going to be a fucking Spider-Man 3, okay, guys?
Oh, yeah.
100%. And then we can talk about some of the collectibles, the Mysterium shit, and all that miscellaneous shit that you have to do throughout the game to get one. Story-wise, when they announced it was going to be Kraven and Venom, I thought Kraven, honestly, was going to be at the very fucking end of the game. And that Venom was going to be something that distracted Spider-Man from Kraven. And he would have to take care of Venom first, and then he would take care of Kraven. Almost kind of like a Long Halloween kind of thing, where like from Batman, where he's fighting not lesser known characters, but lesser villains, and then Kraven's at the top of the peak, and he just whips Spider-Man's ass at the very end.
Right.
I thought it was gonna be something like that. I was wrong. Very much was wrong. It happens. It happens to the best of us. I loved how the story went. Loved it. Because we have Kraven that shows the fuck up, and then you get a little bit of the Venom, and then Kraven is always there. And then Kraven is kind of pushing Spider-Man, Black Spider-Man, the entire time to tap into those abilities. And then eventually to the point where Venom comes out with Harry. The fact that you got to play as Venom was fucking fantastic. Okay, not a whole lot of variations with his skills and whatnot, but it was fun nonetheless. Okay? The fact that you play as Venom and beat Kraven, I thought was a good change of pace. I thought that was very unexpected. I wasn't expecting to beat Kraven as Venom, and Venom whooped that fucking ass there.
He did definitely beat the shit out that ass. If he wouldn't, this is fucking sick. You know, he probably would have fucking, I think he would have handled some business.
Right?
Just saying.
Speaking of that, the boss battles were great.
Yep.
Absolutely great. I thought they were cinematic in nature, and they were long and drawn out, not to the point where it was kind of like tedious, but it felt like you were watching an animated movie or watching a movie at the theater with how it was. Because they were like, you don't just have a boss battle, knock them down, and that's the end of the fight in movies or animated series or anything like that. So, loved how they did the boss battles in this. And then we get the different symbiote. I should have expected it, but honestly, I wasn't expecting to have to fight different symbiotes in this game. But it makes sense because, I mean, that you fucking took care of pretty much every fucking villain in the first game.
That's fair. You did.
And then we have Scream that we fought. That was a fucking good fight.
It was.
Venom. But let me tell you, sir, the moment that I was like, fucking Leonardo DiCaprio on this game, you know, when I'm pointing and shit, it was like the second to last mission of the Flame side quest. Yeah. And I was like, bro, this dude kind of reminds me of fucking Carnage. Like, his personality and everything, he seems fucking crazy. That'd be cool if they fucking somehow tied this into him and whatnot.
You know, that was his name, right?
Do what?
Wasn't his name? Wasn't that the dude? Like, I knew it was going to be Carnage. Just because of the name of the dude.
No. They called him the Flame the entire time. The last mission, he takes the symbiote and he says, "There will be carnage." And I was like, motherfucker, I fucking knew it.
I fucking knew it. You son bitch. You son bitch.
And then what's her name? I fucking forget her name. The chick that you're actually the chick hero, Yuri. Oh. I forget what her name is. But she then tells you his aliases, and then she tells you his name. So that's how, I mean, that confirms the Carnage thing. But the entire time, he's referred to as the Flame, which I fucking love that. I thought that was, I'm hoping it's not DLC. It probably could be. I don't know if they want to do a whole new game, another game with a symbiote. So it probably is going to be DLC further down the road.
Right.
But the fact that they didn't really touch on that, they just kind of teased it for something else. 100% down for that. And I actually appreciate that they did that. And then I remember texting Eric this. And I may have texted you, I can't remember. when you're trying to save Harry from Venom, and Peter is telling Norman, I'm going to save him. He's like, you better fucking save him. He didn't say that per se, but I'm paraphrasing.
Indeed. Indeed, you are.
He says, you need to save my son. Do whatever you got to do. And I had texted one of y'all, and I was like, bro, this is the perfect opportunity to tease Green Goblin. The perfect opportunity. Because now you're going to have that aspect where he hates you, where Norman, he wants to get revenge against you, and that's going to set up a fucking fantastic finale for the series. I was like, if they don't fucking set this up the right way, I'm going to fucking revolt, and I'm not going to fucking play the third game. Fuck that.
Revolt.
So at the very end of the game, he mentions he's pissed off at Peter, and I'm like, yes, be pissed off. I like where this is going. And then he mentions, prepare the G serum. I was like, yes.
Got it.
There it is.
Winning.
So that brings us to the finale. Okay, Peter ends up hanging up his mask, his suit, and I thought it was a fitting conclusion to his story. And I mean, we're still going to get Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3, I think. He's probably going to be a sideline character, though, because they teased, what was her name?
Madam Web.
Not Madam Web, Spectre. No, Silk. That was her name. Silk,
yeah.
For the next game. So let me ask you this, sir. What do we think is going to happen in Spider-Man 3?
I think Green Goblin's going to come.
Do you think it's Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, or Harry?
I think Harry is not going to be. I think it's going to be Norman, and I think it's going to be Green Goblin, Hobgoblin.
What if? Actually, you know what? No, go ahead. I'm going to stop interrupting.
I think that's what's going to bring Peter back in. It's because he's going to fucking just terrorize the fucking shit out of fucking Peter Parker. And Miles won't be able to handle it, or Silk. And he's going to get sucked back in. Something's going to happen to Mary Jane. Maybe we'll have a little Gwen come in too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Sam. A lot of things. There's a lot of potential here, Sam.
It potentially has the potential for this story is astronomical. It could be the best Spider-Man story ever told. The way they have set this up.
You're right. Because they could finish it off and Hobgoblin or Harry comes out of nowhere, fucking fully revived, ready to beat ass.
That's what I'm curious about in this game, okay? They tease Goblin, but you don't know the way that he says it, prepare the G serum. He wants to save his son. So they make you think that he's going to give it to his son.
I think he does, but nothing happens just yet. I think it's more of a latent because of Venom. Because the Venom symbiote's still in the cells, as we saw in the fucking story. You had to go deep down into the cells to get him out. I think he's gonna. The G series is gonna go and turn him into Hobgoblin.
I think we're gonna get both.
I mean, I'm all for both. I'm not gonna say no, but I'm just saying we're gonna get Norman Osborn first.
Yes, we are definitely getting Goblin. I would be disappointed. Okay, let me take that back. I'm not gonna be disappointed. It'll be a missed opportunity if they don't include Hobgoblin. Because let me tell you, Hobgoblin is not used enough in any fucking Spider-Man property, okay?
Correct.
Fucking dope character. We don't use him very much.
Nope, sure don't.
So here's the one thing that I will say that could throw a wrench in our predictions here, okay? They just, over the course of 30 hours, just kind of had the Harry Osborn take Venom, become Venom, and then he almost dies and comes back, which I think they should have just killed him in this game, to be honest with you. I think that's what they should have done. But do we do that to him again in a third game? Do we turn him into a monster again?
I don't think it's we do it. I think his daddy does it. The same.
No, I'm talking about the developers.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, daddy's trying to save his life while hating Spider-Man too. So I mean, he's gonna do something to Harry. I'm just saying.
I mean, could you just imagine being in that world? Like, fucking Harry, dude. Like, you were Venom and now you're Hobgoblin? Like, fucking pick one, man.
Fucking, you got fucked up.
Like,
Wrong
bro,
with you?
you got your ass whooped as Venom. You finna get your ass whooped as Hobgoblin.
Granted, Peter came out with, fucking anti-venom. So, I mean...
Which we have not talked about. We have not talked about the anti-venom. That was fucking cool. That suit was fucking awesome.
Well, that suit was fantastic. God,
That suit was fucking fantastic. I honestly was not expecting it.
I really wasn't. I wasn't either.
I remember seeing something online about anti-venom, but I never fucking thought about it, to be honest with you.
I don't believe half those people on the internet either.
Exactly. When he gets that fucking white suit and then he can start doing anti-venom abilities, that shit was so fucking cool. Like, let me tell you guys, the last 10 hours of this game, I was full on erection. Okay, I was diamond status for the last 10 hours of this game.
Well, I love that.
I almost needed to go to the hospital.
Oh, you don't want that needle, sir. You don't want that needle.
Did you take Viagra? Nah, bro. I've been playing fucking Spider-Man 2, motherfucker. And that shit was tight. Shout out.
I have never been this fucking hard.
Right. Fucking diamond. So yeah, I agree with you. Now, do you think Carnage is going to be DLC, or do you think they're going to bring that in for a third game?
I really kind of hope they bring it into DLC because they've done enough setting up for it. In the second one, they would have to do a lot of other building up to have him in 3, to be honest with you. I have a feeling fucking Green Goblin's going to be like the main protagonist in this one. But then again, you never know.
What would be interesting is if you have Carnage in like the background. I don't know, man. Of the third one. And he's like antagonizing everybody to kill him. Kill him. Just go kill Spider-Man. Like that kind of shit. I think he will be DLC.
But you also got to remember, Chameleon was in this one too.
Yes, forgot about him.
He was in this one.
Now, kind of going back to the story aspects of it and the character developments and whatnot, I loved the stuff with Miles, and I'm using this to kind of
segue,
not prove my point, but show you why what I kind of think was going to happen in the third game. They did some fantastic stuff with Miles in this game, more so than Peter, I think. There was a lot to be desired, flesh out Peter's character in this game. Even with the best side quest of all time and shit like that, I think they could have further developed him a little bit more, especially his relationship with MJ. Because at one point, MJ and him are fighting about the things that he's done or not done. And I'm like, did we, like, really? That's only been like the last 2 hours, like, since you got the black suit, man. Like, are y'all really in like a tiff over this? I mean, I get that she's pissed, but you're talking like he's, I don't know, not acknowledged her for years, kind of thing.
Right.
So I'm not sure that was fleshed out appropriately. Miles, though, was so damn good. So good.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he is the North Star in this entire game, he is the moral compass for Peter, considering he is the disciple in the game.
Right.
I thought was really good. Really good. And for him to take over the mantle, he says he's ready and yada, yada, yada. I thought they did a great job of setting that up, and he fucking earned it at the end. That's the key. Miles earned it.
Right.
I mean, hell, at one point, Miles is the one telling Peter what the fucking plan is. And Peter's like, okay, Spider-Man, fucking call the play. And fucking calls him Spider-Man and everything. And it's just like, that's fucking perfect, okay? The third game. Now, all that being said, leading into the third game, I think Green Goblin's going to be in it. 100% going to be in it. The question is not whether is Hobgoblin going to be in it. I think Carnage is going to be DLC. But I think what you said is 100% going to happen. I think the Green Goblin is going to come back for Spider-Man. He is going to take Mary Jane. He's going to do something to Mary Jane. Whether or not Gwen Stacy is involved in this game or not, I'm not 100% sure on that. I think he will try to kill Mary Jane. Because honestly, if we think about it, Mary Jane and Lois Lane are the quote-unquote defenseless women in comics, right? Those are the two women that you think of in comics that are always having to be saved. She really hasn't needed to be saving in these first two games. When you think about it, she hasn't needed much saving. She needed saving in this game when she turned into Scream, But again, that lasted all of what, less than an hour, if that. I mean, just total gameplay time. I'm thinking Green Goblin goes after her, and she either dies or she's captured. And like you said, Miles fucks up some way, some form or fashion, and Peter has to come back to the mix, and that creates like a little bit of tension between them two. I think that'd be a great storyline, a fantastic storyline.
To prove my point even more is one of Miles' huge adversaries is Hobgoblin. Just so you know that.
Yes.
Saying.
I didn't even fucking mention Miguel. They teased the fuck out of that Spider-Man.
They did. They did tease a little bit out of him.
So, dude, are we getting a fucking Spider Family for fucking Spider-Man 3? That would be so fucking cool.
That would be actually pretty cool, but I don't know. They have a lot of cards on the table right now, and I don't know if they want to dip into that right now.
Yeah, like what if they go Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3, where they fucking put like 20,000 characters in it, 20,000 villains, and it fucking just sucks.
Yeah,
like let's not get too big for our pants here, guys. Okay, let's just look. You have it there within reach. Let's go take the prize. Okay, let's just fucking walk it home. Okay, there's no reason to do anything fucking extravagant. The story is there. Let's fucking take it.
I mean, Kingpin could definitely be thrown in the mix here too.
He was not in much of the first game, other than the first mission and then the thugs, right? The little bases.
So he's still there. Just
I forgot all about Kingpin. To be honest with you, for such a huge character, he's not very. Hold up. I also forgot Doc Ock.
Oh yeah.
We forgot about him because they teased us at the very end of the game where he's like, "I'm writing my fucking final chapter," and again, I'm paraphrasing, of course. And I'm like, bro, let's fucking go, man.
Say fucking less.
Like, what the fuck is going to happen in game 3? Like, we know, but we don't know.
Right. I know about speculation.
What would you rate? What kind of rating would you give Spider-Man 2?
Probably a 9.9. Just because some of the cosmetics were just unnecessary. Just my opinion. Like the variety was nice, but then you had to add the colors, the other things, like you didn't need to do that. Just say.
I'm gonna disagree with you.
That's just my opinion.
Not all of them needed it, but like some of them
did, but not all of them needed it.
Some of the for Miles, there were 2 hooded suits that he had. One was like a hooded tracksuit, and then one was just like a hooded. Do what?
Wasn't it the cat one that was hooded? What was Spider Cat?
Nah, I don't think so. There was one where he had like a jacket, like a bomber jacket with a hood.
Oh yeah.
That was fucking cool. And it was like a blue and a red, and there was like a white and a red, and there was like a black and red. And dude, all fucking 4 of those variations I used at some point.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of them were awesome, but some of them were fucking just stupid. And
I agree with that.
And out of all the fucking suits you gave us a shitty ass one at the end too. So that just ruined it too.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
The two last ones. I'm sorry, Peter's last one and fucking Miles' last one are fucking garbage. Utter fucking garbage.
I agree.
That's why it gets a 9. Almost perfect game.
I'm gonna give it. I had a lot of fucking fun with it, man. The fucking story was good. The characters, the characters were there. Even with having to play as Mary Jane in it, it was obviously not my favorite. But I thought the pacing was better in this game, especially when it came to doing her missions. I thought it was better.
I liked her mission whenever Peter was under Venom's control in the tunnels.
Yes.
It's creepy as fuck. I was like, ooh, yes. It's scary.
Turned into like a fucking third-person shooter.
Right? I'm like, oh, fuck. It's fucking Resident Evil all over again.
God damn it, I hate shooters. You know what? I'm gonna give it the same score as you. You know what? No, I take that back. I take it back. I really don't have any complaints with the game. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. It was a fucking good game. Fucking amazing game. 10 out of 10, guys. I thought the story was great. The cinematics were fucking fantastic. You know, at the very beginning of the game, when it's like they jump off the roof to go get Sandman.
Right.
And they do the little twirls, and then the fucking music kicks in. Dude, fucking one of my favorite moments in any video game ever. To see that was fucking cool. It reminded me, and I'm gonna die on this hill, okay, guys? I would put it up there as one of the best moments of all time, movies or video games. And I'd put it equivalent to the OG Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. When they all jumped out of the fucking plane and it fucking kicked in the music.
Oh, God, yes.
That shit was fucking tight. And that's what it reminded me of, okay? So 10 out of 10. One thing we did not talk about was the individual, like the collectibles and shit like that. Oh, I did my best. I don't think... Actually, I didn't look up anything. And this probably added 3 or 4 hours to my fucking gameplay, honestly. I just went across the city, and as soon as I saw a spider bot, I went to it. I didn't look any of them up.
I think the only time I didn't look them up, but I looked at each area which had spider bots left on the map. I should tell you.
I did look up one puzzle with the Emily May Foundation, the EMF puzzles, mainly because I was trying to fucking hurry up the game, and I didn't have a lot of time. I was like, God damn it, I hate these fucking puzzles.
No, I didn't have any problem with those.
That was legitimately only one puzzle that I looked up. But they give you so much content to do in between missions that it's fucking kind of crazy, to be honest with you. And it takes place to the side quest. You got some of the Miles Morales stuff, which I gotta say was some of my least favorite stuff in the game, like the Miles Morales and the Culture Museum stuff. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I thought if you had to pin a weakness in the game, it was that more so than anything.
Right.
But more so that honestly, I'm not going to hurt the game for it in terms of my score. Obviously 10 out of 10. But that does supplement his character a little bit because it does dive into more of the African American side of his character. So I get why it's in there. And if I play it again, I'm obviously going to play the fucking missions again. Like I don't hate it enough not to play it, but I think in terms of everything else, it was not as up to par as everything else. The symbiote nest were fucking cool. Those were fucking cool. They were different, which I appreciated.
Pain in the ass sometimes.
It was a pain in the ass sometimes. I'm like, God damn it, man! The fucking timer keeps resetting, and it's fucking pissing me off.
Right.
Some other things. The Mysterio quests were cool. I liked those. Those were good little time challenges in the vein of Taskmaster from the first game. The spider bots were fun. The Sandman stuff was really quick. Like that did not last long in the game, and I think they should have. Yeah, shut up. I think they could have done a better job of pacing that, to be honest with you.
Actually, the way I played, I didn't seek them out like quickly, so I guess it paced out enough for me, so it didn't seem like it was very quickly over with.
Oh yeah, dude, I fucking knocked those out within the first 10 hours, easy.
Yeah. I didn't.
Like I don't know if Kraven even showed up before I was done with them. But yeah, man, 10 out of 10 game. I've been thinking about my game of the year for 20, and I probably would have said Final Fantasy 16. I think that still has the best cinematics and fucking awesome moments, coupled with the music and whatnot. Ooh, I don't know, man. I think Spider-Man might be my game of the year for 20. Just everything from the characters to the gameplay to the combat, the story, just all of it packaged together. It fucking 10 out of 10 game.
Right.
Yeah. But y'all let us know below. Let us know below what you think of Spider-Man 2. Was this one of the best, I don't know, comic book games we've ever gotten? I haven't played Arkham City in a very long time, or Arkham Asylum. I would put it up there with Arkham City as of right now. I do need to play through Arkham City again here soon, but I would put it up there as the best overall comic book game for sure. But let us know below what you thought about Spider-Man 2 and what your game of the year for 2023 was.